Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Superman and Lois Season 1 review series. And today I am going to be talking about Episode 2, Heritage, which I have just finished watching, and this was, in my opinion, a fantastic follow-up episode to the season premiere of the show, and we got a really cool badass ending which I'm going to be talking about in a moment. But if there was any doubt that Episode 2 couldn't top the first episode, then we were proven wrong, because this was absolutely amazing and this show is getting stronger and stronger by the minute. And bear in mind, we are only just 2 episodes into the first season and I'm really loving it so far, and this is everything that I wanted for a Superman show. Lots of great storytelling, lots of great action, you name it, it had it all, and I was just completely blown away, and I am super pumped, no pun intended, for episode 3 of the show, because it's a stretch to say, but I'm going to go out and say that Superman and Lois could very well end up being the best show of the Arrowverse. That's a big statement I made, I know. I could be proven wrong, maybe the next episode might not be as good, but we are off to a great start, and all I've got to say is The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman and even Black Lightning have serious competition, because so far out of the Arrowverse I'm really enjoying Superman and Lois a lot, because I was just absolutely blown away after just watching it. So let's have a little quick recap of what's happened so far, and then we're going to talk about episode 2. So we saw in the season premiere that Superman has 2 sons, Jordan and Jonathan, and they both learned about Superman's powers and his Kryptonian heritage, which they did not take very kindly, but eventually they came round to the idea. And we also saw the Kents move to Smallville, and we also saw a mysterious figure who refers to himself as Captain Luthor, who is on a rampage and trying to, air quote, stop Superman from trying to destroy this world like he did to his world. So there was lots of questions going into the second episode about what was going on. So even though we didn't get all of the questions answered in episode 2, we did learn a little bit more about who Captain Luthor is and why he's out to take on Superman and try and destroy him. So this episode was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So with that all said, let's get right into it. Let's talk about episode 2, Heritage. So after discovering that Jordan has powers in the season premiere, the Kents move to Smallville, and Lois and Clark decide to keep him out of school for a bit until they can learn more and help him develop more control of his powers. Clark takes Jordan to the Fortress of Solitude, where he is able to teach him all about Krypton and his Kryptonian heritage, and he was also introduced to Clark's biological father, Jor-El, through an artificial intelligence hologram. Unfortunately, while the first trip to the fortress went very well, the second trip sees Jordan tested to better understand his abilities, and Jor-El explains that Jordan's powers are not quite consistent and he is not able to carry on the great Kryptonian legacy. Jordan also overhears that Jor-El says that he will never be you, Kal-El, which upsets Jordan. So I thought this was a really good scene, you know, taking his boy up to the Fortress of Solitude and actually getting to see Jor-El, not quite in the flesh but as a hologram AI, was a very good scene. And you know, Jor-El, no matter what version you go with, Jor-El has always been portrayed as a very harsh and cold figure, but I thought this version of Jor-El for the show was not too cold but not too friendly. He had a good balance. He was just a computer. I remember in Smallville Jor-El was quite horrible and very brutal, but I thought they found a nice counterbalance to that version of Jor-El in this show. So I thought that was a really good scene. And you know, you can imagine how Jordan must feel that, you know, he just discovers these great powers and he thinks he's going to be like his dad, and then he learns that that is not the case. It is a little bit hurtful, but I thought they did a really good job handling that side of things regarding his powers. And you know, it might not be the last time, who knows. Jordan could end up having full-blown superpowers like his dad, so time will tell really. So we also see his brother Jonathan not get a great start at Smallville High, and we see that the kid who is a popular jock in Metropolis is now being bullied at Smallville, namely by Sarah's boyfriend and his friends, who make it clear that he's not wanted on the football team. Now the reason why the boyfriend and his friends are picking on Jonathan, as you remember in the season premiere, Jordan kissed Sarah much to the annoyance of her boyfriend, so rather than take it out on Jordan, he's now taking it out on Jonathan and making his life in Smallville High really difficult. However, while Jonathan was portrayed as kind of a jerk to his brother in the season premiere, we now see that Jonathan offers support to Jordan about his powers and showing the brotherly love and support between the twins. We also see Lois is still convinced that Morgan Edge is a threat and has nefarious plans for Smallville. She researches what's become of other towns he claims to have helped, and it turns out Edge only helped their demise for his own profit. She calls him out at a city council meeting, but is largely blown off by people like Carl Cushion, the husband of Lana Lang, who are willing to make a short-term sacrifice for Edge's promises. Lois decides to write up an expose for the Daily Planet all about Edge's activities, but Edge interferes and rewrites it to make him look like a hero. Pushed to her limits, Lois, in a fit of rage, quits the Daily Planet and goes to work for the Smallville Gazette instead, where she can write her piece about Edge. Now, when you see Lois writing a piece about a bad guy, I really enjoyed this scene a lot, because you could clearly see this was classic Lois Lane. She would not take no for an answer, and she's the type of lady that she will do whatever it takes to get the story and get it published. So I thought they did an excellent job showcasing the classic Lois Lane character that we have all come to know and love over the years. We also learned about the mysterious stranger who turned out to be Captain Luthor, as he continues to create issues and go into various places around the globe looking for kryptonite. As we see over the course of the episode, we learn that Captain Luthor is from another world where Superman is a bad guy. Love it. And he calls for destruction of that world. Captain Luthor wants to prevent Superman from ever going rogue and doing the same on this world. This is what I love about Superman. I love these kind of stories, different versions of Superman going rogue or going renegade. It never gets old. And evil Superman stories, I'm not going to lie, they probably have been done a bit to death, but I don't care. I just love it, because think about it. You've got the most powerful man, not just on the planet, in the universe. What would happen if he went rogue? And I think this is the kind of story arc they're going to go with, because we got to see a quick flashback of Superman, all in black, my favourite costume, just laying waste to everyone with his heat vision. Love it. Just never gets old. So at one point we see Captain Luthor implores General Lane to be on his side after telling him about the Kal-El of his world and giving him what appears to be some sort of dog tag with the House of El symbol on it. In a flashback we see that on his world, Captain Luthor fought alongside his world's General Sam Lane. Interesting. Later on in the episode we see General Lane looks at the dog tag that appears to read Hell on the back, though when inverted reads 7734. Captain Luthor has one that reads the same. When Lois Lane quits the Daily Planet, an assistant tells her that Morgan Edge will come for her and destroy her. Lois, in classic Lois Lane fashion, says, "Let him try." Realising that he will still be absent a lot due to his duties as Superman, Clark gives the twins a distress call, just like what the General and Lois both have, so they can call him if they ever need him. Captain Luthor's ship and suit are both destroyed in his efforts to obtain more kryptonite and destroy Superman. And we also learn that Jonathan is named for Jonathan Kent and Jordan is named for Jor-El. So the last scene we see of this episode is Captain Luthor is working on more materials to build a new suit, and that pretty much concludes this epic episode of Superman and Lois. Like I said, absolutely loved this episode. The fight scenes were just off the charts, and the score, can we just talk a little bit about the score? I got Man of Steel's chills hearing that score, that heavy drumming just brought back epic memories of General Zod and Superman going at it in the Man of Steel movie. This episode just had it all, and as I said at the beginning, this could very well end up being the best show in the Arrowverse, even though we're only 2 episodes in, but damn, we are just off to an amazing start. So there you have it, guys. That is my review on episode 2 of Superman and Lois Heritage. I'm going to wrap this up now. What were your thoughts on episode 2 of Heritage? Did you enjoy it? What was your thoughts on this other version of Superman destroying Captain Luthor's world? Could it be possible that it could be Ultraman, or could it be Hell? What version of Superman do you think it was that destroyed Captain Luthor's world? And do you think Jordan could develop his own powers later on in the show? What kind of repercussions could Lois Lane suffer at the hands of Morgan Edge? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will be back next time for another edition of the Superman and Lois Season 1 review series, where I'll be talking about episode 3, which I am very much looking forward to talking about. So until next time, take care everybody, and stay safe, and once again, thanks for listening.